Hi again. In this session, we'll discuss what are the changes happening to auxiliary verbs. You know what are the auxiliary verbs? Like will, shall, can, may. Okay. While reporting from direct speech. So before proceeding on to it, let's just refresh the general rules regarding direct to reported speech conversion. Okay. So when we have imperative sentences, we should use reporting verbs like requested, instructed, etc. Imperative sentences, I hope you remember, they are either requests or orders. Okay. Now, assertive sentences, in such cases, what is the reporting verb to be used? You can use told, stated, declared, etc. Assertive sentences are the normal type of sentences with the subject, verb, object, order. Okay? Factual sentences. Now, for interrogative sentences, the reporting verb to be used are asked, questioned, inquired, etc. Interrogative questions, I hope you remember, they are questions. It can be this yes or no questions or WH questions. Now, for exclamatory sentences which express your emotions and sentiments, the reporting verbs to be used are exclaimed with joy, sorrow, regret, etc. All these general rules are separately discussed in different videos of English lessons. You can watch over that and be thorough with it. Let's just remember some more general rules. The lingers. In the case of imperative sentences, commands and requests, we should connect the reporting verb to the idea reported using to or not to. To with the positive commands or requests, not to with negative commands or requests. Okay. For example, don't talk. The teacher said. The teacher instructed the students not to talk. Okay. Next, assertive sentences. The linger should be that. In the case of interrogative sentences, the linker can be whether or if. In the case of yes or no questions. In the case of WH questions, the linger should be the same WH question word. Okay. Now, exclamatory sentences, the linger should be that. Now, let's see some more general rules. Time words change, place words change, pronouns change while you report from direct speech. Okay. Now, tense changes are also there when you report a direct speech idea. Okay. But in the case of imperative sentences, the tense do not change. We are just connecting with to or not to. The case of other types of sentences, of course, tense changes happen. One exception is there. What is the exception? For general facts or scientific facts and even universal truths, the tense do not change while you report. Another important thing is, if the reporting verb is in present tense or future tense, there won't be any change in the tense of the verb to be reported. For example, the teacher says, I'm okay. Then when you report, there won't be any reporting change. The teacher says that she is okay. Present tense retain as present tense. Whichever tense it is, there won't be tense change. Other changes happen. This time words, place words, pronouns change. Okay. Now another thing is about the tense change. It's easy if you remember these rules in this form. All the present tense verb forms change to their corresponding past tense verb forms. For example, if a verb form is in simple present tense, it changes to simple past tense. Present continuous changes to past continuous. Present perfect changes to past perfect. Present perfect continuous changes to past perfect continuous. Then simple past tense, that's to be remembered. Simple past tense changes to past perfect tense. Past continuous changes to past perfect continuous tense. In the case of simple future tense, it changes to future in past. Okay? Will come will change to would come. Now let's focus on how the auxiliaries change, okay, while reporting. So here we have some examples. It's in a mixed form. I have included even the imperative sentences, assertive sentences, questions and exclamatory sentences. So all the general rules we discussed just before are applied here, and especially the focus is on the change that happens to the auxiliary verbs. Okay, in this first example, will changes to would when you report. Okay, see the next example. Won't. Will not. Won't means will not changes to would not. Shall changes to should. Shall not changes to should not. Just be careful about shall. Shall changes to should and should not when it is an obligation. Otherwise, it changes simply to would. See the next example. Shall changes to would if it indicates only a future event. Okay. If it indicates shall, if it indicates obligation, certain things that you are to be obeyed compulsorily, obligation. In that case, it changes to should. Otherwise, it changes to would. Can changes to could. Cannot changes to could not. May to might. may not to might not. So let's sum up changes happening to auxiliary verbs. Learn this. Thank you.